For your episodes. They pay you like
Yeah?
they get paid streams. They
Oh,
get paid
fuck, I don't
on
know.
Anchor. I've heard
That's
some.
true. It's like through it's Spotify's like platform.
Fuck, you look so big compared to me. Bowie just like listens out. He goes, "Fuck, they're talking shit out there, eh?"
Is that alright, volume wise?
Yeah. Talk to me, Daddy. Oh, wait. Go a bit louder, actually. I'm a bit deaf.
How's
DJ
that?
deaf. Yo. Which one am I? Am I 3 or 4?
Is that too quiet for
What?
you in the ears?
No, I can hear you.
Alright, we're live. We're live now. Harpoon, brother, how are ya?
Good, bro. Thank you for having me on.
No
We're
worries,
just sorting
man.
out the volumes here because I'm a deaf DJ.
Is that too loud? Is that not loud enough for
No,
you?
it's good now.
I was gonna
I
say
can hear
that's max volume.
We're all sure it doesn't go any louder.
How are you, brother? What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just was that Bo? No, I'm good, bro. Good to be here. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Like I just said, I've got this new variant of flu that's actually put me to bed harder than COVID did. So
You got COVID?
I got COVID over Christmas / New Year,
Yeah.
and I was probably the super spreader of the Gold Coast. I'm probably the reason everyone got it. I was out partying every night, kissing and hugging everyone, not knowing I actually had it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's a lot worse actually.
Mm.
The super flu.
How has the Goldie been, bro? How you liking it up here?
Bro, I love it up here, eh? Never going back to Sydney.
Nah.
And from being a country boy like yourself, like I went Dubbo, you went Warren,
Yeah.
to Sydney, and I was like, fuck, this is the grouse being in Sydney. And then from Sydney to Gold Coast is another level
Right.
again. I'm like, nah.
Different. Where would we have met? We would have, bro.
Warren races. No. Pig hunting.
Yeah. So people that don't know what pig hunting is, like, I'm from he's from Dubbo. I'm from Warren. Dubbo's like, what would Dubbo have?
Dub Vegas, 40,000 people.
40,000?
All losers. No, I'm joking. Shout out to everyone who's still there.
Warren has about 1,000 or maybe 1,500. This fellow came out. I don't know who it was with. Who was
Joby, Tom Job.
it?
Yeah.
Went pig hunting. So pig hunting's where we have like hunting dogs and we see like wild pigs and like out in the paddock.
You
and
just kill them.
you let your dogs chase them and they grab them by the ear and then you dispose of
This
them.
podcast ain't for the for the lighthearted, eh?
Nah, so yeah, we met pigging. Fuck, bro. What I would have been like. Fuck, you would have.
I reckon we all would have been about 17, 16.
Yeah,
Because we're going to Warren
how
races.
Old are you now?
26.
So I'm.
Do you reckon we've known each other 10 years? That's nah.
That's spin out. Yeah,
That's
bro.
wild.
I thought we would have been younger. I was young. as
Yeah, you
fuck.
were actually.
I was young.
Yeah.
I reckon you would have been like 14, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, 15, 14.
Probably. We were like, how old are you now?
I'm 23.
Yeah, because you're younger than me. So I reckon I was 17. You must have been 14 and I was
Yeah.
17 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, that's funny as. So, bro, let's talk about Harpoon, the man. Let's talk about the man himself.
Man, there's not much to talk about.
Let's
No.
talk about let's talk about before you were Harpoon. I'm actually keen to hear it.
Before I was Harpoon, Jesus. I was. Where do I start?
Start with
For the music, how I got into music
well,
and DJing.
let's start with when you're a young pup.
Young pup, I was just a random a guy, I guess. Wait, who's that? Flipping me
know.
off.
Talking shit.
Yeah, I was just in a small country town, just on the hustle, doing the same thing that everyone else is in a small town, just going out, getting drunk on the weekend, whatever. But working as an electrician. Then I went to schoolies when I was 18, which is what got me into the actual music side of things. I went to Fiji. Me and the boys were actually sitting on the lounge. We hadn't booked anything, and we'd always known about the Gold Coast. Everyone knows, like, oh, you come to Gold Coast for schoolies. And it had a bit of a stigma around, people getting off their heads, and, that's like you see a lot of bad things televised about the schoolies up here, so the parents weren't too keen on me going up here. And me and my two mates were sitting on the lounge watching MTV, and this thing came up about Unleashed Schoolies, which is like you go to Fiji to schoolies, and we're all like, oh, that looks all right, eh? And we didn't know if it was a scam, so we're like, we'll give them a call. Called them up, and there was 3 spots left on one island on the last week. So we're like, shit, should we do it? $2,000 each a pop. So we all just booked tickets, went straight over there. I had no idea about dance music, anything. And one of my mates was looking at one of the DJs on the island. He's like, oh, this guy called Jordan. He's played with like Avicii and Hardwell, which are like really big dance acts. You probably know Avicii and Hardwell.
Bro, when back when I was going to like under 18s festivals, like he was the man.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
the headline act. Yeah.
He was a big guy in my early days, just watching him, and but before I knew about him, I had no idea about dance music. So Jordan, there was this guy playing on the island. Anyway, so we were all over in Fiji partying. The first night is sort of like everyone's just getting to know each other on the island. Blah blah blah. There's this huge party. Everyone's getting drunk. And, you know, coming from a small town, there's not much talent. There's like 2 or 3 people that everyone go for in the same town. So everyone's fighting over the same girls. So we were just on this island thrown into like all these beautiful girls. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, where am I?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was in an orgy. This is how I met one of my best mates. So I was in an orgy with
So
like 6 girls and me and Jordan.
Well,
I didn't
fresh
know,
18.
fresh 18. And
Yeah.
I didn't know who Jordan was at the time. So it was just me and this guy. Just
How did you come to know this fella, Jordan?
So we're just in the room over like having sex,
Okay.
like just like we're all
So
drinking.
you didn't know each other before?
Had no idea who he was. We're in the partying, having a bit of an orgy, having a crack, and then he's like, "All right, I gotta go." And I was like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go DJ." And I was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "Oh, you're the DJ." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Jordan." I was like, "Oh, the boys were looking you up on the plane over here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I gotta go." So I was like, I'll come with you." And he's like, "Yeah, sweet." So we went to DJ the whole island party. So I didn't know what I was doing, but he was up on a stage in front of all these people. And he's like, I was like, "Can I touch the thing, like the wheel?" And he's like, "Yeah, spin it." And I spun it back. I was like, "What's that?" Made the noise. I was like, "Oh, this is fucking sick." And then I was up on stage in front of all these people.
So that was your first ever like
Encounter.
experience of DJing.
Yeah, and
That's
then I was-
crazy, bro.
And I was probably started for the wrong reasons. I reckon, like, I started it
You
because
would've-
it was for the girls, to be honest. At the start, it was like to pick up girls, and I was like, best be a center of attention, like
Yeah.
that sort of vibe. But then
Yeah.
as I progressed, it became more and more about the music. And then you just get so deep in the scene that you just love
Yeah.
everything about it.
So you're getting in orgies and then guest
You heard it here first.
guest DJing at schoolies. So then what? You finish schoolies and then you're like, fuck, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, so I got back to the airport and I was told Jordan, I was like, I'm gonna do this, like, and he's like, yeah, sure. He must have heard heaps of people say it. I was like, nah, as soon as I get off this island, I'm gonna buy some decks. And I remember I landed in Sydney, I went straight to JB Hi-Fi and bought this shitty little controller. And on the island, I was like, give me some of your music, which was shithouse at the time, but I thought it was the best music ever. And I paid some Fijian lady to go into some store to get me a USB so I could steal some of his music. And he gave me like 30 songs, and I was like, oh, that's the grouse music. And I listened back to it, what he gave me. I'm like, bro, he stitched me up so hard. Just gave me like the worst
Yeah.
tunes. But that's what got me going. Did house. I couldn't even do house parties. Like, no one would give me a go. There was these 2 guys that were doing all the house parties in Dubbos.
Like when you're booking a bit, like getting booked, you mean?
Yeah. So I couldn't even I was just practicing at home on my kitchen bench and stuff. And then I was like begging people to let me do their house parties. I was like, come on, like I'll do it for free. These other guys were getting $400 or $500 a weekend. I was like, I'll do it for free. And then I started getting better than them. And then I was like the regular person you'd get for a party for like in Dubbo, or like if anyone's having an 18th or a 21st, I'll be doing it, which is good. It's a great social thing as well. So you're out at every
Especially
party.
when you're that, like those young kids too, like they love that shit. What was it? The same kind of music you do now?
No, it was like Will Sparks was my
Yeah,
idol,
so
like
like,
Melbourne
right,
Bounce, like was
yeah,
the
yeah.
shit at the time. So
Yeah.
I've completely 180'd from what my musical taste
Yeah.
has, and that's come from going to Dubbo to Sydney, and Sydney's a big house scene, and all around the world's like house music is what I make now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started like that, doing house parties. Then I got my first pub gig at the Pastoral Hotel. Did that for like, I was doing 6-hour pub sets for like, I don't know, a year. And then I had my first nightclub gig. And
Where
then
was
from
that?
the Amaroo, the
Oh,
old
the
The
Roo.
Roo. And then I started doing some bookings. So I started booking events there and booking DJs who I wanted to be friends with.
Yeah.
So I was booking like Tiger Lily or your Will Sparks
And
or
you were
something like that.
bringing them in to do the event.
Bringing them in, and then I would look after them because a lot of these people have never gone to a farm or anything. So when they'd come down, I'd pick them up from the airport, take them out to our farm, get them on the quad
Yeah,
bikes, and just show them a good time. They're like, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
epic."
Yeah.
So I'd treat them really good, and then in return, when I'd go back to
They
Sydney,
do the same for you.
yeah, everyone when I was always backstage at Ivy in Sydney, and all these people were like, how's this fucking cunt that keeps getting backstage all the time? And all these DJs kept bringing me back, and they're like looking after me,
Yeah.
but no one knew why, because I was valuable. And then in the industry, everyone wants to talk to you when they can get something out of you.
Yeah,
So
well, that's like every industry, bro.
every industry, yeah.
So fuck that. People in Dubbo wouldn't have ever like had artists like Will Sparks and shit out there before
Nah.
that, would they?
Nah, so all the other promoter used to get a few big acts, but I was just getting the ones that I wanted. I was doing it strategically as well. I'm not a fucking idiot. So I was like, I knew other DJs that were running big events in Sydney. So I'm like, I'm going to book. So it'd be like you running an event. I'll be like, I'm going to book you for my event, and then you're going to book me in return. So I was doing that strategically to get other to other venues in other cities and stuff like that until I and what I used to do, bro, I grinded fucking hard, man. Like no one saw the initial grind. I used to drive from Dubbo to Sydney, the 5-hour drive every Friday after doing a full week of work, like electrical work.
You were still an apprentice here?
Yeah, still an apprentice.
Fuck.
So I used to drive down.
You've been on what, $450 a week or something?
Literally earning $400 and spending it all on fuel. Yeah. I'd drive down 5 hours, stay at Jordan's house. So the guy I met in the orgy, he was the one who taught me to DJ and to make music.
So
he was
when you were learning, we were going back and forth with him going.
for
like
him.
this,
I'd stay at his house every weekend for 3 years
Yeah.
on a swag. He didn't even know what a swag was. So I'd roll up this big green swag and mattress in my big red 4-wheel drive, head to Sydney Friday afternoon, roll it out on his floor. His dad and thought me and him were gay or something because I was there every weekend, like sleeping on his floor. He's like, "Are you gay or something?" And I was like, "No, no." And we'd just like sit down in his basement. I'd just watch him make music, and then I'd go to his gigs on a Saturday, support him, and be networking the whole time. So when he was playing, I was talking to everyone who owned an event or anything. I was like,
So you weren't playing at the start?
Nah, wasn't even playing. So I was driving 15 hours like to go and watch my friend play and sleep on the floor of his like room. And I did that for 3 years, racked up like 200,000 Ks.
Did you have that in your mind? Is that why you were doing it? Like you would like just got to go and talk to people, got to go.
Yeah, I got to get gigs.
Where did you think where did that come from? You're just like,
I don't know. I was just like, I just know I had to get gigs, and like the only way to get gigs is like
have conversations and know people.
pretty much. Yeah, you got to know someone or freaking suck their dick for a gig, basically. So you just got to be their friend or give them something of value or of substance that they want from you.
Value to someone else. Normally it comes back to you.
Yeah, so I was that's the grind, and then I just eventually had enough gigs in Sydney to move to Sydney. My parents were going through like a bit of a divorce, so then I was like, I wanted to get away from all that shit. So I was like, now I can finally. I'll just move to my grandparents in Sydney. Started doing that, made a pretty big name for myself in Sydney in like the 5 years I was there. And
just from doing bigger gigs.
Bigger gigs. I've done like all over the world now. I've done like Fiji. I did a full circle moment where I actually headlined Fiji where I first met Jordan. So 5 years after going there as a schoolie, I was headlining the schoolie island, which was such a crazy sort of full circle moment.
It would have been like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's sick. So, I remember. So then in Sydney, and what you were still doing your Sparky work, and then what? Just
I was probably the shittest worker ever. Hey, when I was in like Dubbo, I was just coming back like tired as fuck. I think I remember like my boss called me in one day, and he's just like, "It's either this or music," and I'm like,
"Is this when you're in Dubbo?" Yeah,
and I was like, "This is no brainer." I'm like, I'm like, "This is just funding the music." I was like, "I don't want to be an electrician for the rest of my life."
Yeah.
Anyway, I remember the one final straw was one of my workmates stitched me up. Hey, so I drove to Sydney on a Thursday night after work to play after Will Sparks because he was my idol at the time, and then I drove back all night to get back home before I got home at like 6:30 a.m. to start work at 7. So I just drove straight to the office. So I went from work.
That's a big day.
Yeah, drove 5 hours, played, partied until like 1 or 2 in the morning, drove all the way back, and then just got back, and I just had glasses on because my eyes would have been bloodshot from the road and stuff. And I got there and I told one of the guys, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm feeling pretty tired." I was in fucking Newcastle, wherever it was, Sydney last night. And he's like, "The fuck? How'd you get there?" I was like, "Drove." And he's like, "What? You just come back in the one night?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Don't tell anyone, but." He's like, "No, all good." And then like, hear this Ryan, like this echoing scream throughout this shed, and he's like, "Get in here!" Like in the office, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Take your glasses off." I was like, "What?" And I was like fucking full that Corey Worthington guy. I was like, "I'm not taking off my glasses." And he's like, "Take them off now." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Where were you last night?" I was like, "What does it matter to you?" I was like,
why did he give
I can do whatever I want after work. And he goes, "Where were you?" I was like, "At a gig." And he goes, "Where?" And I was like, "Newcastle." And he goes, "So you went all the way to Newcastle or something and come home?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's either this or the work." Like that was like the firing moment, and then I pretty much got fired / quit at the same time. I just finished my 4 years.
Oh, you'd just been signed off.
I just finished it,
Fuck,
and I was
that's
like,
lucky.
thank fuck, 'cause he was a cock. Uh, but yeah, so that's when music went full time, sort of thing. I'm still doing electrical work here and there for myself now, which is good. So you can do it at your own
Yeah.
time, so you're not getting bossed around. But
Yeah. So, bro, fuck. That's funny. You're in. How long were you in Sydney for?
I was in Sydney for 5 years in total, I think. And then you just get to a point where you're like, oh, sort of done everything you can do here.
Yeah.
And it's even like at the Gold Coast now, I'm sort of at the pinnacle where I am now of like playing at Cali, which is probably the most prestigious sort of looking club and stuff you can be playing at up here. So ideally, I need to be moving overseas.
Yeah.
So that's in the works. I reckon I'm going to try and move over to America next year.
That's cool. Where would you go?
I've looked at
Is it just
LA, Miami, and New York. I understand to be in the big cities where you
yeah,
can go
Miami,
big.
mad.
Yeah.
That looks sick, bro.
Yeah.
That becomes a party.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
And
So-
the UK is really good for like house music. So like some of my songs that I release go like really big over there. Like it's number like 7 and number 9 in the charts over
Yeah.
there.
What's the
which is
difference? Do you reckon? Just the
The house, bro. The UK people just get it. Like we just don't understand house music at all. They just like, and they just all they have to do over there is party because it's so cold. So they like really G up to just go out. Whereas we're just so like retarded over here. When I play some UK house events that are in Australia, they're just a different breed of people.
Yeah.
Hey, they just go hard. They get it.
yeah.
They're not there to fuck around.
Yeah.
And that's where I need to be to grow because people here are just, we're 10 years behind the times with everything,
Yeah, 100.
with every trend.
Bro, how was the so when did you move up here?
I moved up here 6 months ago, and that's when you were like,
Yeah,
bro, I need to get up here, right?
how was the move?
The move was,
'Cause you went through quarantine and that, eh?
yeah, the move was pretty crazy because I was like seeing Henny, who's my girlfriend now. So we only just started dating for 3 months, and then we
Okay.
just moved state together.
Fuck, that would
So-
have been big.
Yeah, we're locked in
That
hotel.
would have been the longest time. That quarantine would have been the longest time you'd probably spent together.
It
bro.
was like
Fuck.
back to back, and then we'd like if we'd have a fight, one of us would take the balcony because it was just like really nice warm weather. So someone would go out there and oil up and just lay out there and like start tanning.
What were the fights that were happening? during
Oh,
the
bro,
quarantine?
over everything and anything. What was it over? Who knows? Like you just fight over anything when after 2 weeks in the room together.
Yeah.
I think you just get like you just feel like shit because you're eating shit food. They're sending up food like they had like 2,000 calories of fucking meal in it, and
Yeah,
you're just like
just
sitting in there
throwing
like
shit.
not being able to exercise. Or you
yeah.
can, but you just
What do you
don't
do,
feel like
though?
it. You like
Yeah.
do some standing squats or something.
Yeah, and shit, you hate it. Yeah.
And I had an ironing board out doing chest
Yeah,
press and
I
stuff.
remember
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
That
How's
was
the
funny.
form on him?
That's mad. So Goldie, bro, what you've been here 6 months now? How's your life changed? Do you reckon?
It's just enabled me to make so much music. So instead of doing the Monday to Friday grind and then I'd get 1 hour or 2 hours at the afternoon to go to the gym and then try and make a track. Now it's full time, like Monday to Thursday, I'm literally just making music, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday DJing, and I'm earning like double what a wage or
Yeah.
triple what a wage what I was working as an electrician. So it's like obviously the goal, but there's a lid on the ceiling of how far you can go. And I've done a fair share of partying in my day, but I've like toned it back a bit. Apart from the last 3 weeks, I had a bit of a blowout, but like prior to that, I don't party that much anymore. Like,
Bro, it'd be fucking hard as a DJ not to be on it every weekend.
yeah,
you
well,
know?
it's always around you. Everyone's
Or, like,
offering it to you.
And then like people coming up bringing you drinks and whatever as well.
And then
like,
they're there to party because they've been working 5 days, like
Yeah.
the people, so they just want to get you fucked up. And then the other DJs, someone's always wanting to get fucked up, and you're just like,
how do you say no?
I don't know. I just got the willpower. What I see is like I see past it because I know what I want to do. Because none of these other guys make their own music hardly.
Okay.
So I'm the only one
Other DJs that are playing, you mean?
in my sort of
Okay.
circle that aren't really making any music. So they're just going to be like club DJs for the rest of their life. Whereas like it's like this small town sort of thing where you could go back and you're like, I could name the same 10 people. They'll be at the pub there in the next 10 years. It's sort of like the same thing. Whereas like these DJs are going to be at that same club for the next 10 years. Whereas I want to be touring the world. Like I don't want to be like, and that's where I
So
separate
if you're
myself.
not making your own music, you're limited to only being able to play clubs because you're not releasing shit. Yeah, you're only
Yeah.
you know you're only ever going to get paid for the hours that you do.
Yeah,
correct?
exactly right. So if like you're gonna go watch Flume or something play, you're gonna know like he's gonna play like all his greatest songs.
music.
Rufus, you watch them, or some of Hayden James, etc. The list goes on. Like I want people to come. The goal is to have like an hour or 2 hours of this
Your own
crazy music where everyone's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna just go watch it," and they know they're gonna hear my own music rather than play someone else's, and that's
Yeah.
where you start getting the big money.
How long did you start making your own music from the start, or has it only been like
It was a year after DJing. So I was DJing for a year, and then I was just like, I saw straight away, like, all the big people are making their own music. You got to be making your own music.
Yeah.
And it's just been getting better and better. And I feel like only in the last 3 months something switched, and my music's just gotten like next level. Like all the stuff that isn't out yet, I've got like 6 really good songs. So one just got signed to Warner in the UK, which is like the Warner Brothers that have the movies. Yeah. So there's like Universal, Sony, and Warner are the big ones. So I've just signed one to Warner in the UK, and I've just signed 2 more to Sonny Fodera's label, which is like my idol in the industry. He's like my fucking idol. He's like constantly touring the world, and I had this message the other day I was playing, and then I've been strategically picking all the singers he's used on his albums from like 2016, that like really good singers, but it's been costing me an arm and a leg. So it's been spending like $3,000 or $4,000 per track on a vocal, just on a vocal for someone to sing on your track.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so I've been spending so much money, and then I sent one to him, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, this sounds sick." And then I didn't really hear back from him for a while, and then I did a track with one of these girls called Janai, and she was in the studio with him last week on Thursday, and she's like, "I'll show him our new track as well." And I was like, "Yeah, cool," because he hasn't replied to me, so I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I messaged her on Saturday when I was just out, and I was like, "Oh, what did you think of the track?" And she just forwarded me the message. He's like, "Oh yeah, I love Harpoon's stuff." He's like, "I just signed another one of his tracks," and I was like, "What?" And I was like,
so what does that actually mean?
So he just, so he just like signed it to his label, so
Okay.
which is huge, because then he'll be playing it and he'll send it to all his networks of DJs and basically just get a lot more streams and stuff.
So does that mean that he has to pay you for that, or how does it work?
Yeah, like the royalties, it'll go like 50-50 splits, I presume. They haven't sent the contract yet, but he's just officially texted to me saying he's signed it. So we're just waiting on the contract. But it was just random that like I heard via the singer. He's like, "Yeah, I've signed the tracks," and I was like, "Motherfucker hasn't emailed me back yet." He's too busy.
That's sick.
But
so is that one of those things where you're like, "Fuck yeah, like it's going good"?
Bro, yeah, well, that's like your idol when he's saying, I like his shit." You're just like, wow.
Yeah, that's mad.
Bro,
what goes into making a song? I see those
hours.
I see those like things you put up in your story, and I'm going, "What is doing here?"
Bro, there's some crazy stuff. Like when you first learn to produce music, when you watch someone in it. I remember Jordan, when I first watched him throw together a beat, I was like, this song is going to be number one, because you're just like in the room, you're like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's so much that goes into it, and I struggle with it a lot in terms of trying to like constantly learn, because like with your sport and your fitness and nutrition, like you've got to constantly brush up and keep reading new articles. It's like the same with music, like learning about new plugins to how to make new sounds,
like the actual technology behind making it,
actually making it, and making it sound good. So you like, but you're also doing 6 people's jobs. Like predominantly, if you're in a band, you're just a guitarist, he's a singer, he's a drummer, etc. When you're the producer, you're everything, bro. I'm doing 6 people's jobs in one. I'm learning to be the pianist, to put the chords in. I'm doing the drums as well. I'm doing recording the vocals, then I'm mixing the vocals, then I'm mix mastering, doing guitar as well. Like you're just doing like the full band in one.
How long does this song take from concept or start to?
They all change. So like a good song you can make in like 1 or 2 days, like the flesh out the bare minimum of a project. So you just got like a rough arrangement, and then you might go back in and just critique each sound. But then it might be on like, all my songs have vocals, so you might finish something in like 1 or 2 days and brush it up over a week and make it sound really nice, and then you'll send it to a singer and you won't hear back from them for like 2 months, and then they'll be writing for an idea for 2 months, and then they're like, "Oh, here's an idea," and then you're like, "Oh, change this," and then there'll be another month, and then they'll send it back, and then you piece it all together 3 months later.
So you will send a vocalist a track, and then they'll come up with the
lyrics, yeah.
Right.
And then I'm not good at like actual songwriting of like words, but I can hear what's good, and I know what's catchy and hooky enough to like catch people's attention. So they might send back, I don't know, like a 1 to 2 minute demo, and I'm like, "Oh, from 15 seconds to 30 is good. Like keep that, double that up, and then maybe change this word here, and then piss the chorus off. That sounds shit. Like have another crack at that. That was dog shit sort of thing. If you do it in a nicer way.
So is that what comes into the 4K or whatever that you spend? Like that's actually them writing the song and that as well.
They're writing the song and then basically recording it and sending it back to you.
Yeah.
But then they still end up with like half the song as well. So
yeah. So how does that work?
So they get 50% usually of the song.
Royalties,
of the royalties straight down the middle. So that's why I started my own music label as well, because I work for a music label. But I was just like,
how does that work if you have your own but then you work for someone? How does it?
It's hard. So I've done this deal where they do the distro on it, so they're still getting a cut. So it's still in their benefit to have me working for them still, because I've just got large contacts and like a good relationship with all the other DJs.
Yeah.
So to replace me, it'd take like 2 or 3 years to bring someone up to scratch. Whereas like, oh fuck it, we can just like take a small percentage, and I'm only doing my own music on my label at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. I spend a lot of money because I back myself 100%. So I'm like putting in thousands of dollars. But when you're signing to another label, so major labels, they might take 80-20. So you're ending up 20% of your own song.
Yeah.
And then if you've got a singer, and then you've got 50% with the singer, so you're ending up with 10% of your own song.
That's fucked up.
And then I'm spending $4 or $5 grand out of my own money.
So
and I'm getting 10% royalties back. So it's like benefiting the label. So now I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. I seen Snoop Dogg talking about this the other day, bro, about how he's doing it so that they're gonna like do it so that it's like through all NFTs and that.
Yeah.
Because at the moment the music industry is like the artists are so fucked by the labels because they don't get paid for their own shit.
No, that's right.
So
Everyone's
like
starting their own.
how do they justify that? So what's the benefit of being with a label then?
Yeah, it's changing dramatically. Like labels, the only really benefit to signing with a label is for their database of people they're going to send it to and their relationships with radio.
Okay.
But now you can sort of even go around that to an extent. If you want to back yourself 100%, you can do it, because you can literally just go to a radio plugger person which does that as a full-time job and pay them $2,000. Like, here's my track. Do what you're going to do.
Stations.
Yeah, and just go do what you're going to do. Same as with the database of contacts. You can literally like build your own network of DJs and stuff that they have and send it direct without them. And the only other benefit now is Spotify playlists. So the labels have playlists with like millions of followers usually, and then that's why you're hoping that they'll put it in their playlist and you'll get heaps of natural organic streams, which will make you money.
Yeah.
But a lot of these labels have so many songs that they've got, maybe they release 100 songs a week and there's 2 spots. So if you don't get into the playlist, there's really no point, and you're just like shooting yourself in the foot.
And because the thing about a label is that they wouldn't give a fuck how many people they got signed, would they?
No.
Because they're happy to sign 100, and if 2 come through, great.
Yeah.
If not, they don't give a fuck.
Exactly right. So then you're always weighing up your options. You're like, if I do this myself, is this track going to go as good as whether it's going with them? So it's sort of like you got to weigh up whether you're going to get less money and more streams to make yourself look bigger on an image, or if I'm going to take more money and have less streams. And it's a lot of like equations in your head of what you think they will do. And it's sort of, you're at the point where you've got to like ask them in an email directly, like, hey, is this going to go in this playlist? Because that's the only fucking reason I'm signing to you.
Yeah, for sure. So the label, So are you going to try and move away from being with someone, or what do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm already doing my own thing now. The benefit to me signing with these other big labels is like to build my presence overseas, because I obviously want to move. So to be recognised, you've got to be on these labels to get some big gigs and recognitions from the big dogs.
Yeah.
At the moment, though, what I've done strategically, you can get like promo companies to send out your songs to all the DJs and radio people, and then they send you like a campaign report. And they send you like all the results, like it might be like Josh Burma rated at a 5 out of 5 stars, like awesome tune or something like that. So you get this like 10 pages of DJs and radios and what they said about your track. So I've used every single promo company you can think of that all the big labels use that costs an arm and a leg. So it's all like £2,500 per campaign. So I've done that on all my own singles on my own label. So I've done a different one each time. So I've got all their database of people, and then I've spent the next like few weeks, I made an Excel spreadsheet and just like added them all on Instagram, all the people, tracked them all down, like, yo, I noticed you like my track, and I was like, can I add you to my own database? So now I've got every database from every fucking company at my own
Okay.
deposit. So I'm like, now
Okay.
I've probably outlaid like $8,000 or $10,000 to get all the contacts,
Yeah.
but now I've got them myself. So it's like,
So now
for,
you can
for
go and use
future on,
them or whatever.
I can just send out my own tracks through my own label, and I've got the exact same people are going to see it, and I don't have to spend any more money.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it strategically like that.
Pay
So
it forward at the start, so then you got it all there for you at the end.
yeah, exactly. So I'm doing it that way. Yeah, everything you got to do is pretty strategic. So yeah,
What about
exciting.
so then your own label, and you want to move, bro? Where you gonna move? You reckon?
I want to do a 6-week tour in London and go over there, and
Yeah.
then just move to. I've been looking at the visas and stuff. That's just
Be a bit hard, eh?
it's just the money sort of thing. It's just a bit of a joke, to be honest. Like,
Like-
$8,000 US for the visa for 3 years.
Fuck.
And
Is
it's
that
just
for a
spe-
work visa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's to speed it up. It's another 2.5. So they'll accept your visa within 20 days if you pay another 2.5. Otherwise, you got to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
So you're looking at like 10, 10,000
grand,
USD, and then you got to pay that company that like lodges your visa as well. So
And then you got to pay your flights to get over there.
you got nothing when you get there. You got to get a house, and apparently the rent's like 600 for
Bro,
a shanty.
London's fucked.
Yeah.
London's because I watch heaps of like YouTubers, like
Yeah.
fitness YouTubers, and like one of them lived in London. It was like this little shitty ass 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And he was paying like it was equivalent to 800 Australian a week
It's
for
insane.
a
Hey?
1-bedroom apartment, bro. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy, like too expensive. I wouldn't like, but it
Okay.
looks sick though.
Yeah.
Like the vibe of it looks mad. Would Henny go with you?
Yeah, she would. She's pretty keen to just like do whatever. Where that's pretty like the cool thing about us is like she wants to get big in fashion and traveling and just vlog pretty much. So she's like
Yeah.
happy to like. She's just like hurry up and get famous. Like she's like hurry up, like
Yeah.
make a good song, you fucking idiot. She's like I want you to tour so I can just come with you and film it all and become like you
Yeah.
know.
So is that the goal to like go and like tour and do your own shit?
Yeah, do
that's
that
mad.
like sign to an agency tour and like non-stop, and then have her just travel with me. And I just want to like get a good group of group of mates. One's like a really good videographer and an editor and a good
Yeah,
photographer, and just bring
that's
like a
the-
solid
that's
team
fucking
and just like
cool.
travel with a cool team
Yeah,
and
I
just like
reckon
have the best time.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that shit. Like the vlogs and that when the travel vlogs are mad.
Yeah,
You know how like here in Australia, like if we go to a festival, say like Listen Out or something, that's a lot more like it's either like rappy or like
yeah.
you know house like fucking like
It's like EDM,
trap,
electro shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So the festivals over there are like more house.
all
dominant.
house, like
Okay.
house, sun up till sundown. You
Yeah.
go to UK, that's all they play is like house and grime, which is like their version of our like R&B rap. It's
Yeah.
sort of like
Yep, yeah, grind.
Dave-
Yeah, you Dave,
Dave and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like garage, well they say garage, but it's like garage. We say garage. Then there's like house and grime. Those are
Yeah.
the main three. And it's
Yeah.
like when I went to Ibiza, which
Yeah.
is like their version of Bali to us. They
Yeah.
just go there and party. It's just like a offbeat hi hat, sun up till sundown, like
yeah,
just
like
house
chill,
music.
like tropical, like vibe shit.
Or
yeah.
even heavier. They have just
Yeah.
like heavy house all day from like sun up. The tempo doesn't change, the sounds doesn't change.
Yeah,
And I remember doing like 2 weeks there, and I came home into my room and I was just doing this, like the hi hat in my ears, and I was just sitting in this quiet room. I was like, "What is going on?"
Ears were
Just
ringing.
like, yeah.
So where have you been to do it? Like where have you traveled? Like where have you DJ'd? Where's the most like fucking cool?
I did 6 months in Greece, which was cool.
Yeah.
Did DJ over there for a season. I've done Thailand, Bali, Fiji, heaps of tropical places. Just haven't done the UK or the America yet.
Yeah, what was
but-
your favorite? You reckon?
Greece was pretty fun.
'Cause this is party central too. When you're there, you're there to party. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just got super fat. I just like.
Is that when you got like?
Yeah, I was super unhealthy over there. Hey, I was just
eating,
came back.
eating fucking euros.
having
and shit.
Euros or whatever you call it. Oh man, we had a like time over there. We were DJing 6 hours a night, and when I first got there, I was
Straight 6 hour set.
having 6 hour sets for 6 months straight, like
That's
no
fucked.
nights off, just every night, and you're just partying every night. And when I got there, I was having like 2 vodka sodas, 3 vodka sodas to sort of get tipsy. By the end, I was having a full bottle a night plus like half a bottle of shots. And that's what I was like after 6 months. I couldn't even get drunk unless I had a full bottle of vodka to
That's
myself.
fucked.
It was so
up.
bad. And then I'd wake up and have like gyros for breakfast, whatever it's called. And then pretty much be straight back into the clubs like just be sleeping all day. We'll wake up, go to the beach.
It's a fucked up way.
Fat
Like,
and brown. Yeah,
bad.
it's like a beach whale over there.
yeah, that's a very slippery slope. That was what I was saying before, bro. Fuck, it'd be hard to be to not fall into that if you're a DJ. Like crazy, like cunts like. Sorry for swearing. people
Swear it on your own pod. Sorry, guys.
People like Steve Aoki, bro. How he's like sober.
Yeah,
Crazy. You almost have to be.
they all have to be, all the big dogs. I think everyone's done their fair share of partying, but to do the amount of shows and
Yeah.
stuff you've got to do, you can't afford to be hungover. Even me, like going out in the weekend, I'm like, I can't like be hungover on Monday because I need to get back in and start doing some fucking music. Otherwise, nothing's ever going to happen. It's like, it's all on your own accord, and it's like you are where you are in your career is direct relative to
100%
what the
of
work you're putting in. So it'd be like it's the same with you. I think we've got a similar outlook on everything with our work ethic.
Yeah.
Even when I see you at the gym, you're always like, you know, your missus is the only thing that stops you from working yourself to the fucking bone.
yeah,
Even your work ethic. I'm the same. I'm just like, go 100% on the work.
It's hard not to be, bro. I don't know how to not be like it.
Yeah.
Like I actually, it's probably a problem to be honest. Like but I guess, yeah, like you said, the things you achieve are a direct result of the work you put in. So, but bro, it's been like it's fucking pretty crazy that you gotten to the point where you have like a kid from Dubbo is just like
Literally
doing those trips back and forth. Like that's pretty fucking like massive.
Yeah, I remember the other day because I'm in the house scene now, obviously, so I don't really care about like any other genres that much. So Sparksy, he was like used to be my idol. He was playing before
what would
me.
you call his stuff?
He's Melbourne Bounce.
He's Melbourne. So that's like an actual like.
That's a genre. He made it. He's like the pioneer of it. He made his own genre.
I remember when like there was even a song called Melbourne Bounce.
Yeah.
Like, where it said it in there. Like, Melbourne Bounce. Fucking around.
Yeah.
Sorry for those shitty ass vocals.
Wait, how does it go? No. Yeah, he was before me the other day, and I played after him. And he knows how much of a fangirl I used to be, and I don't really care anymore. But he was just like, bro, he said to me, he's like, bro, you come a long way, eh? And I was like, fuck, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Like, he remembers like when I used to see him in Dubbo and when I used to drive and watch him in Newcastle and stuff. And he's just like, bro, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
But even to me, I'm like, fuck, I'm nowhere yet. I'm like nowhere where I want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing about someone that's ambitious and things. Like, no matter how far you come, there's always something like you're always like, fuck, I'm a shit cunt.
Yeah, you're like, I'm nowhere, and that's a good mentality to have, because then if you're content, you're not going anywhere, which is like majority of people. I'm not happy. But it's a downside too, because I'm like, I just don't know if I'll ever be happy. Because I'm like,
I don't know either.
Yeah,
that's what like I've literally been having this conversation. Like, it's like I had it actually yesterday with my mum.
Yeah.
My mum were talking about it, and she was like, "Are you ever gonna be ready to just chill?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I don't think so."
Yeah.
But like, but I love it though.
Yeah.
So like, how do you can't say no if you love what you're doing. So
yeah, I find that. Yeah, it's crazy.
So like, what's like, so someone like Will Sparks, right? He's obviously pretty big. He's been like a big dude, yeah. He's like mate, like so like his like income and life is just him touring or what?
Yeah. So when you like, there's some big money in it, bro. Like when you're big, like
when you're playing big festivals and that.
Yeah, like Dom Dollar and like Fisher, who are probably like closer to my genre for Australian artists that are actually killing it.
Like Fisher kills it.
Yeah, they're up to like 100K a set, bro. Like for
That's
an hour.
Fucked.
So you're just like getting a doctor's salary in like an hour, and you're just fucking on stage,
and
like
just loving life,
having the best time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're killing it. But the medium tier artists now don't have any pull. It's weird. Ever since COVID, everyone's sort of so broke. Like clubs and even just people in general are just struggling. Like, I was talking to Network, to a bunch of people of promoters that run festivals and stuff. They're like, usually you'd sell out tickets months in advance. He's like, people are buying them the day before, and just like really holding their money to the last second. Like no one's like, oh, I'm going to buy a fucking ticket 2 months in advance, because they just don't know when they're...
Probably also they don't know if it's going to get shut down.
Again, because they're just sick of like rescheduling, and then they've just got $500 outlaid, and they're like, oh, you'll get your ticket in 2 years' time when we actually have the festival. And they're like,
fuck that.
Yeah, so a lot of people aren't actually drawing a crowd, as in DJs aren't, like the medium tier DJs that are around the 10, 15K mark aren't really drawing anyone. So a lot of people have just got really good residents at the moment. So it's just like they've got their own really good resident DJs on repeat.
That are just cycling all the time.
Yeah, unless the clubs are pumping. But a lot of people don't have that much money at the moment. So it's a bit of a tough one, which is which is good. Why I'm sort of just doing a resident thing here
Okay.
for a bit and just like banking up as much music as I can, so that I can just go bang, 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 like
Yeah.
track after track after track.
What needs to happen for a DJ to be like go from where you are like right now to
Yeah.
where you want to be?
It's just you got to be a combination of things. It's not just the music as well. You got to be able to market yourself, and that's I've probably always struggled with the marketing side of things rather than the music side of things. Like I just actually enjoy making music, and I just like I just want like you put a track out, you just want to put it out. You hate hassling people like go fucking check my song, but you got to fucking do it. And
Yeah.
I got to do it all the time, like constantly for like weeks and weeks after it comes out. I
Yeah.
hate doing it because you're like, fuck, everyone's just tapping through these stories, for sure. No one gives a shit, but like, you're just hoping a few people are actually tapping through to go.
Nah, I know what you mean, bro. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And you just like hate it. You're like, fuck, people are just getting so bored of this.
Annoyed.
But yeah. But the hardest part is building a solid fan base.
Like loyal fans.
Loyal fans, like Henny, my girlfriend, she's got loyal fans, bro. Like my fans aren't loyal.
What do you mean?
So, like her fans are like she's never met them. So I reckon
Well,
I've
she
met.
has fans for what? For
Well, just like people that follow her for
Follow
like her
her.
daily like rants or whatever she goes on about her having a good morning and all this shit. I don't know. Her spreading happiness and
I think
positivity.
there's just something different. There's something different between like girls. Like girls love seeing what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Whereas like what majority of your probably listeners are probably more blokes, wouldn't they be? Anyway,
They're probably
or
like
not?
50-50 now, I'd say. Probably 60-40 blokes split.
Yeah.
I've got a fair few girls, but like they'll just like she'll just post a picture of like a dress she wore and they'll be like 100 DMs and they're like, where'd you get that dress? And that dress will sell out the next day. She'll send them all the link and
Yeah.
like it's insane. Whereas like, but she's never met any of them. They're like, oh, you seem so lovely, blah, blah, blah. And they message her. I see all the messages that she gets. And I was like, it's so weird because she's got her close group of friends.
Yeah.
But I've actually I've met probably 90% of my followers because I've just always talking and I'm always out. And they're mates like you. So like I'm pretty big on
Happy-
banter and just
having
having
a
a laugh and a
conversation and talk
joke. So
shit.
like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of banter in my conversations. So then they're just like, when I'm doing something, they're just like, oh, your song's shit or something, like a winky face. And you're like, oh, does that mean you've listened to it or you're buying it or what's that mean? And like, you're like they just like joke around or they just see me as a mate. So they just, I don't really get a message be like, hey, you've changed my day. Like if you imagine you messaging me like, hey man, you really inspired me this morning to get out of bed. Like you would never send that to me
Nah,
because you're just
yeah.
like, here, think of a dickhead or something
Yeah,
like that. Because I
yeah.
actually know them.
I think there's a difference. There's like a massive difference between the way that girls react with each other and the way that anyone reacts with guys. Like I feel like in general, girls are more approachable and stuff like that. Especially, I find it really hard for me because I'm like, I'm the way I am. Like fucking get up and fucking train and fucking discipline this and that.
Yeah.
And I think probably it comes. I don't mean it to, but it comes across a bit like fucking in your face and like you cranky.
Stop being a
serious
pussy,
cunt.
yeah, get up and do it,
Like
yeah.
I'm not meaning it to be like that, but it's just the
I
way that
like
it comes
it though.
across. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
some people do. Most people need it.
Yeah.
But like when it's like weird, but that girls like, oh my god, and the girls love seeing what their people that they follow are doing, like what they're eating for breakfast. and
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
Like, I think, like,
Well, like, where was that avocado smash toasty you had this morning? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's
have you
funny.
been listening to any good podcasts? Have you listened to any other ones?
Bro, lately I listen to most business ones, eh?
Yeah.
Andy Frisella, do you know who that is?
No.
The guy that created 75 Hard.
Okay, yeah.
So he's got a podcast called he had a podcast called the MF CEO.
Yeah.
So he's like a billionaire.
Mhm.
So like he talked, like he takes it's like 5 years old. And he's like went through lessons that he's learnt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a bit whack now. He talks about politics and shit on it. But like all the old ones, I've been going back through and listening to all the old ones.
Yeah.
I listen to Joe Rogan, but he's like, at the moment, he's good for 1 in every 6, I reckon. is good.
Yeah, he's like good when he has a good guest on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're like talking jiu-jitsu and elk
Yeah.
meat for a while.
Yeah,
eh?
bro, like, the one. Have you heard him and Duncan Trussell talk?
Nah.
Bro, so the cunts, they get dressed up in like wizard outfits with like long like hair and that, and they smoke weed, and they get in there and bro and talk shit
For just so
for
long.
3 hours and just talk shit. And like I just can't help but like laugh myself. Be driving down the road like cracking up laughing because this Duncan Trussell's a wacky motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
acid eating, mushroom eating. Like, yeah, like he's a weird.
Imagine getting paid like he's on like $100 million deal. Imagine just sitting here like
Bro, this
today
is
if we were actually getting fucked up, we were just like having to drink and just like talk shit.
Bro, if
Be a
I could, I
dream.
said I did a podcast the other day, and I said if I could do something as a job, it would be this. Like, I love it. Like, you never get the chance to like sit down and just have a conversation where there's nothing, no distractions. But
Yeah.
it's fucking sick. But
I've been listening to this one, A Diary of a CEO. Do you watch that one?
I was literally just about to say,
I was gonna
that's
say,
what, yeah.
There's this one called Piers Morgan. Have you listened to that episode?
Nah.
He's like really controversial, but I think you'll love it as well, coming from like the country sort of the background. He's like, ideas on everything is so similar to mine. And there's this one he was saying, he just sort of says it how it is. He's all about just saying it how it is and like dealing with the repercussions. Like he's like, there's a bit of a stigma around like obesity at the moment. So it'd be like, he's trying to cancel cancer culture basically. He's just like,
Well,
say
that's a
whatever the fuck you want. And
I
that's-
agree.
And that's what like me and Henny doing with our podcast. We just started one and we're just like, if you make yourself uncancelable from the start by saying, hey, we're going to talk about everything, we don't give a fuck, like we don't care,
Yeah.
and then people can't harass you, or they can, and we're like, don't listen.
Yeah.
Like, just fuck off and
fuck
don't listen.
off, yeah.
Like,
if it hurts
if you want to listen, keep listening. If you don't, like, see you later.
the thing is that the truth hurts, bro.
Yes,
And
bro.
people don't want to admit that. Fuck, there's someone that I can't think of who it is. It's like, are you not scared of getting cancelled? Oh, I can't think about it at the moment, but yeah, I people should be able to say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Like-
This one, he goes, this one, like, you'll love this one. He goes, oh, people, like, there's a girl now who's like 320 pounds. She'll be 5'2" on the cover of Cosmopolitan. And he's like, you can't call her fat or obese. He's like, you can't call her fat. He's like, it'll, you know,
You get
a
cancelled.
World War III all her up. But he's like, she's morbidly obese, and like people will be like, oh, she's like, you know, body positivity. He's like, there's nothing positive about being obese. He's like, you're spreading to people that it's okay to be obese. And I 100% agree. I'm like, you can't say anything about anyone without someone getting offended these days.
I had this conversation even like with my missus.
Yeah.
She gets upset with me.
Yeah.
But like my thing, like about the obesity thing, it's like I don't care what you want to do with your life. That's fine. But like celebrating unhealthiness
Yeah.
is unhealthy.
Yes, bro.
Like, and that's just the thing. Like, I don't care what you want to do. If you want to look that way,
yeah.
that's fine. But I just don't believe that it should be celebrated.
Don't celebrate it.
Yeah, 100%.
And that, he said so many good things in it, man. Like, you definitely check out that episode.
Yeah, I'll go and watch it. Yeah, but he's good, bro. Stephen Bartlett's good. He's
Yeah.
a smart dude. The Diary of a CEO fella.
I just like podcasts in general because you get to like what you're saying with the 75 Hard Guy. You're listening into people who have actually made it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sitting around a bunch of friends that have like,
Yeah. Well, it's
like, I'm
like-
going to do this, I'm going to do that. You're like listening to people who have done it.
yeah.
And you're in the room with them and listening to even their words. I love listening to some of the big words. They'll put in together a big sentence of just amazing words. And I'm like, fuck, that word sounds so cool. And they're just like stringing sentences together that sounds so fluent. I'm like, I need to change my vocabulary.
Yeah,
a
that's
bit.
what that Andy Frisella guy says. He goes, he's always like talking shit about, you know, those ecom people that go on like, you know, making fucking millions of dollars online. He goes, these are all fucking full of shit. Like,
Yeah.
just sprays them. Goes, I'm a real motherfucker who makes a real business. Like,
Yeah.
but it's mad.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
love listening to
100%. What else, bro? Other than that, I don't think I really.
Has anyone interviewed you yet or not?
Nah, I haven't got
Oh,
any.
bro, let's fucking get into you.
Huh?
Let's get into you.
What do you want to know?
Fuck, what do I want to know? How you loving life up here?
Bro, I love the Goldie.
Yeah.
Like I hated I just hated Sydney.
Yeah.
Like I don't like where I was living, I just like, you know, I was living like close to Ash's family and stuff, so like I loved being around them and whatever, but I just wasn't happy in that. Like I'd been there for 7 years. I think I moved to Sydney when I was 15.
Yeah.
And then I was there till I was 21, so 6 years or whatever. And it's just, you know, place gets stale
Yeah.
after a while.
You
And I
hit
was
the
like,
ceiling.
yeah, and I was just like, fuck, I need to change. I need to do something different. But I love Goldie, bro. Like, it's like everywhere. Like, you're 15 minutes, no matter where you live,
Yeah.
you're 15 minutes from a beach, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, max.
Yeah. There's so
Like-
many gyms. There's so
So-
much good food restaurants.
People are friendly.
Yeah.
But people are fucking, like, we'll have a conversation. Like, you go to the gym and you have a conversation with a random.
Yeah.
In Sydney, bro, you go to, like, there's zero chance that happens.
Yeah.
Like, none. So, like, I love that side of it. And, like, everyone just seems to be happy. And, like, I think the big thing is that everyone's here for the same sort of reason. They come to the Goldie because it's a fucking cool place to live and like there's cool shit to do. So when everyone's there for the same thing,
Yeah.
it makes it a happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I just want to show people, like that's when our friends and family come up, we just show them the best time. Hey, we like go to all the best restaurants that we've found that's taken us a few months to find, but we'll hit them with like the best breakfast, followed up by the best lunch and dinner, take them to the best beach spot, and they're like, fuck, just sell it to them. And then you're like, oh, anyway, enjoy your flight home.
And then everyone's like, fuck, I want to move.
Yeah, literally just make everyone feel bad.
What's your favourite restaurant up here?
Etsu. Have you been there?
Nah, where's that at?
It's like a, I think it's Broad, no, is it?
What's it called?
It's just past Broad Beach. Etsu. It's a
Japanese
Japanese sushi.
Yeah.
And it's got like this eye fillet steak that just melts on your tongue where you don't have to chew it. Yeah,
expensive?
just so good. No, it's actually like $38 or something.
Good.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's mad.
It's unreal. It's like
mine's noodle.
oh, bro, shut up. That's Henny's as well. The did you get the curry chicken and the rice?
Yeah,
that one.
I think that, bro. That's what like. I think that's has to be the most famous dish.
It is. Yeah, it's renowned up here. I've just got sick of it. We smashed into it like for 2 months straight. It was like every
couple times a week,
2 or 3 nights, and it just ruined it for me. I hate it now. I'm just like, it's like hearing the same song flogged on the radio. I just flogged it too hard.
I don't eat it much, bro. But you're up at Southport. What's it like up that end?
It's a bit ice junkie-ish. We're in a good area. We're like a good bunch of new houses, but in the worst area. So I was walking the dog behind our street, and there's like sort of like a bit of an ice junkie street, and I was walking along, this old dude had this kid in a tricycle with him, and we've got this big white Samoyed, which is like a white husky, so I was holding him, and he's yelling out, he's oi, and he's like stumbling. I was like, fuck, have we got this crackhead? And then he was just like, is your dog all sweet? And I'm like, what? He's like, is your dog all sweet? He's going to attack the kid. I was like, no, he's fine. So I got up closer to him, and he's like, oh, can he pat the dog? I was like, yeah, sure, mate. And he's patting his kid's patting the dog, and then he just starts telling me, he goes, nah, just fucking got out of jail 2 years ago, eh? And I was like, oh, I didn't ask him. He just started like telling me. And I was like, oh, have you? And he's like, yeah. He's like, did 6 years in the slot. And I was like, oh, yeah, fair enough. I was like, what'd you do? And he's like, oh, have you heard of Jason Moran? I was like, from Underbelly? He's like, yeah. He's like, I used to work for Jason Moran. And he's like, he was my best mate at my wedding. He's like, tied up with like Mick Gatto and all these Underbelly. Well, and then I looked him up after I left, because this conversation went for like half an hour. I looked him up, and he's like, oh, my name's Birdman and all this stuff. I looked him up, and I was like, oh, that's actually him. So he did like 6 years for like, I think it was like drugs and killed someone or something like that.
Yeah,
or like helped kill someone or something like that. But he was just telling me this story on the street. I'm like, got home. So I was like, so there's like a murderer behind our street.
That would have made us sleep well that night. Yeah. There's a big mix of people up here, like
an eclectic mix.
Yeah, but it's cool though. All right. What's your This would be put you on the spot a bit. What's your craziest DJ story?
Oh, I saved a girl from being raped in Greece.
Fuck me.
You said crazy.
Yeah. What do you mean? Let's go into that one.
See that knuckle? Have I showed you this story? That knuckle's dropped. I'll put it over there so you can see.
You do look white.
I am white. I look a bit.
You've got glare coming off the pool.
Wait, fucking Bondi Sands sponsor me. That knuckle's dropped. So I was finished DJing when I was in Greece.
Yeah.
And we had like 70 Swedish ticket sellers, like beautiful girls. They're all coming off shows like Love Island in their sort of world. So they all had like 30 or 40K. I had no idea who any of them were. Don't watch it. Anyway, so we had all these beautiful girls working for us. One night I finished DJing at 4 a.m, and I was walking along. So there's on the clubs are pretty much on the beachfront, then there's a road, then there's just like a footpath, and it's just like drop straight off, like 3 meter drop to like pebbles and stuff, and it's ocean. So I was walking back, the lights, it was just like dark, and I hear this like screaming, like help, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I looked across the ocean side, and there was like a park bench, so you can watch the sunrise and over the ocean. And this dude was like holding this girl down. He's like, I could see him like yanking her pants off, like trying to rip them off.
Oh.
So I just sprinted over. I think I had my backpack in my right hand because I'm right-handed. So I punched him with my left, which is, I don't know why. It's just like, I had something in that hand to stop me using my good arm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just went up and I just punched his cunt like so hard. It like dog shotted him, like side
the back of the head.
Like side of the head. I think it was like there, somewhere like in the temple, just smacked him. And I instantly just felt my hand break. And I was just like, fuck. And I just like, you know, you're shaking it on the movies. I was like, fuck me. And I was like, and I like he fell to the ground, and then I saw her, and it was like one of my best friends. I didn't even know it was her because it was that dark. And when I looked at her, she had like a split eyebrow. She had blood all down the side of her face where he'd like held her down. And when I first got to the island, so I'm going to skip back. So when I first got there, the club was owned by Greek Albanians, and they're like fucking psychos,
They're
bro.
wild cunts,
Bro,
aren't they?
I like got there, and like if anyone would pester the bouncer at the front, they'd take someone around the side, and they used to kick them like a soccer ball, like 10 of them. They're just like all
Flog 'em.
family-owned club. They just boot the shit out of them. And when I first got there, I was like shitting myself. I was like, whoa, this is insane. And then after like 2 months of being there, you're just like, oh, that guy's going to absolutely get flogged. And I just got so accustomed to it. So when I've hit this guy, I'm like, fuck. I was like, I need to like, he was bigger than me. So I was like, I need to give him I need to give him a few to make sure he's fully out. So I booted him like 6 times in the face. And then blood like was trickling out his earlobe and at his ear hole, and I was like, "Fuck me!" I was like, "I've gone too far here. Yeah, I've killed him." I thought I've killed him. So, so then I like was freaking out. So he wasn't getting up anyway. And then the club owners come out and they're like yelling in Albanian and stuff, and they're like, "What the fuck going on?" I was like, "Oh, he's trying to rape this girl." And they're like, "Get the fuck out!" He's like, "Get on this scooter." So they got the club scooter, and they come around, they chuck me on the back of a scooter, and they're like, "You go," because the cops are going to come. I'm like, "You go." And I was like, whatever, fuck. So I was like, my hand's fucked. I need to go to hospital. And they're like, "Nah, it's fine." Then they gave me like a bag of ice from the club or something, and they sat it on it and a tea towel. So I was riding away on this scooter, and I look back, and there's like 6 Albanians just kicking him. Like, I already thought I thought I'd already done him, mate. So they're like kicking him again. And then I looked just before we like went to turn around this like bend of the island. I looked back and they just rolled him off the cliff, bro. Like rolled him off
The 3 meter
thing to like pebbles, like the big hard rocks in Greece. And I was like, whoa. I was like, I thought he was already dead. So I was like, he's definitely dead now, if not on life support. So I didn't go to hospital because we're on a small island. And I was like, I'm not going to go to hospital tomorrow because in case he's like on life support getting fed through a straw, I'm going to go in with a broken hand. You might recognize me or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't go in for a day. And then I went the following day and I just said I fell down a bunch of stairs or something. My hand was like a balloon. That bone was like nearly through the skin. It's still raised. So it was like that. The bone was like that.
Yeah.
And I sat there all day. No one could speak English. They put a bandage over it. And I was in the waiting room. They're like, "You can go home now." And I was like, I'm waiting for the cast. They're like, "That is the cast." I'm like, "Bro, that's a bandage." It was like it was like putting a sock over my hand. And I'm like, "What is that?" So then I DJ'd for like another 3 months with a broken hand.
How was it?
It's fucked. Like when I like punch on the boxing bag, after a while, if I hit it in the wrong spot, like this nerve like triggers down my wrist.
Yeah.
Like it's just fully healed in the wrong spot.
That's funny. Yeah. So we'll finish that story, but yeah, bro. I was just saying, talking about the pool. Gold Coast, I swear it's never hot.
No,
it's never hot here.
No,
I never cold. Like at the
humidity.
The temperature's never cold and the water's never hot. You go to the beach at like 4 a.m. and it's like fucking warm as water. I know it's not winter, but
that's what I'm looking forward towards winter up here because I just cannot wait to be still swimming in the ocean when people are going to be rugged up. Imagine people in Warren and Dubbo going to get to like -2 and they're like dying. Bro, I used to watch your stories when you were in the wolf shed with like fucking gloves on lifting old rusty plates.
So if anyone that doesn't follow me or didn't see it, well no, I was out at, where would have been, winter last year, out in Warren. The gym wasn't open because of COVID, so had like old metal rusty weights. They were that freezing cold that I had to wear concrete and gloves so I could hold them.
I couldn't believe you're out there doing it. I was like, this guy's got fucking dedication.
Man, it was a nightmare. It was like 4 a.m. too.
What's it with our old men? We always chat about it, just getting slave labour off us. As soon as something's like a bit quiet, or say if I've got any issue in life, I'm like, oh, DJ's a bit slow, and he's like, oh. So I've got some fencing you can do, and I was like, no, you can't. That's not the solution to the problem.
You're sitting there thinking, no, I'd rather give them the doll.
Yeah, literally. As soon as you complain about, that's why I never. Oh, he goes. Oh no.
No.
Did we start again? That's alright.
It's alright, but we missed whatever that was. Fuck.
Oi, we're just talking about how funny our old men are.
I'll get that on that mic anyway. But yeah, it is crack up, bro. I think it's just that they like I love going back out there and doing it, just like I'm being around him and working and stuff. But it's just like the kind of work you're just like, oh fuck,
nah,
I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's what you try and get away from it. Like I couldn't be anything opposite to a concrete, anything more opposite to a concreter, and you couldn't be anything more opposite to a fencer, bro.
Literally.
Spin out. Nah, it's funny. All right, let's wrap it up. I've got a couple questions for you.
Some rapid fires.
Some rapid fires, bro. 100%. All right. All right. Number 1.
Yeah.
Death row meal.
What is it? Death row meal? What's that?
You don't know what do you know what a death row meal is?
What if you're going to die? What's your last meal?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. A Scotch fillet. I love a Scotch fillet, huh? Some
Yeah.
sweet potato.
Yeah.
Honey carrots. Oh, yeah.
Real
Roasted
home-
honey carrots.
Real
Yeah.
hearty home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Mad. All right. What would if you could give 15-year-old you advice? What advice would you give him?
Don't care what people think and just post whatever the fuck you want. Work hard like a motherfucker and network. Try and make as many connections as possible. Possibly.
100%. Good, bro. That's nice. All right. What's your definition of success?
Ooh, I just want to be touring constantly. For me, I don't need to be playing like the absolute biggest festivals, but as long as I'm playing I actually do want to be playing the biggest festivals, actually. I just want to be able to be touring non-stop and chasing summer and playing my own music and have everyone know every lyric to my songs and just be like, yeah, they're coming to see me and I can live sustainably, so I could literally just continually do music and get better. That's like and have a big home and, all that
That's,
stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Like that all that shit comes as a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
All right, last question. What's next for Harpoon?
These songs are going to come out, hopefully, and then hopefully one of them blows up.
Yeah.
Fucking start touring, bro. Go big. Hopefully that's the plan.
Yeah.
And chase the goal.
That's the
Keep on hustling.
unreal, bro. Where can everyone find you?
Jump on Spotify, Harpoon, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the works.
All Harpoon.
All Harpoon.
Unreal,
Official.
bro. Unreal, bro. All right, brother. Thanks
Thanks
for
for-
jumping on. Let's do it again soon, eh?
Thanks for having us on. We'll have to get you on our podcast as well so I
Easy,
can
bro.
interview you.
I'll come on and we'll just talk. We'll just give it fucking real straight truth
Yeah.
about controversial shit. And I'll
Just
just
like
say
everyone-
exactly how it is.
Everyone bring some tissues for that episode because we're going to tell you how it is.
Yeah, I'll try and get cancelled.
Yeah. Try and get us cancelled.
All right, guys.
not
Thanks for watching. See you next time.